Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. Let's play Ostranauts. We left while we were still connected to this ship. I think it's called the Acid Malady. And I wanted to grab floor off of it. We had kind of depleted our floor reserves with building out our flip. And I want to go ahead and kind of grab some floor while I can. And this ship had a lot of it of the type I like. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna grab it. And then we'll head out and check on a couple of other local ships that we haven't been to yet, just to see if we can find that last darned reactor part that I'm looking for. Alternately, I guess we could go back to the station and see if there's any for sale. I did mention that. Okay, why am I not finding what I thought I was going to find? Here they are. Oh, yeah, okay. So the striped floor, I like that. I just am not good at segmenting them, and I'll put that in at some point. But I like how they put it around parts that are like where the reactor is, like a warning for the workers on the ship. That's kind of cool. We're going to do an order of remove or uninstall floor. I only want the 96 floor. And I'm almost certain the stuff under the walls will be 96. It's generally the case. And then we have a ton of it here. Well, that's not 94, but we'll skip that one. Okay, I feel like there's a lot more of it that I'm not really seeing. I'm going to turn on a light. Bring it down here. Yeah, that should be a little more helpful. I thought I turned on the light. Did I drop it or something? I must have dropped it. Turn on the light and put it on the floor. There we go. If I stumble upon it, we'll pick it back up. Let's come down here. Lots of cloth in here. Another EVA battery. Not stuff I really need. Uninstall. A few more of these. Guess that doesn't hurt. I mean, all this stuff that's under here is going to be that kind of floor. It does feel a little morbid to be picking up the floor around a dead body, doesn't it? Just a game. Just a game. Okay, so we will back out of there and auto task and get him started on it. And I suppose I could try to pick it up while he's doing it, save a step. If I can keep up. Can't keep up because it doesn't put it into the inner bag. So we'll just drag all these there manually. We'll have a little bit of work to do later. I'm going to skip the 4. I don't like that one. I'm surprised that bag's not full yet. Okay, is that all of it? But that just shows how much we actually used. I used more than I thought, since the bag doesn't appear to be full yet. And it was full before. Oh, he picked up wall, and he's hauling the wall around. So we're going to set that down. We were intentionally skipping that one. We'll pick these up. I think there was one over this way a little bit. Okay. Let's see if that fills the bag yet. It is not full. It's got to be close. 2 more stacks. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can find a little more. I wouldn't mind filling that bag up and having just a little extra. This all looks good. We'll do it here. Floor uninstall. Like I said, I'm pretty sure under the walls is all the 96 stuff too. So go ahead and do that. That should get it done for us for now. Okay, we're full up. Finish filling this bag up. It's just whack-a-mole clicking here. Got everything? That might be everything. Let's come look. Slow down time. I don't need to do Mach 7 on this part. Okay, I think we're in good shape. We actually completely, we grabbed some conduit too. So we'll do that. 3 more floor sections fully fills this bag. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do them manually. 1, 2, 3. And there we have it. Actually, that floor is in a lot better shape, isn't it? I thought I hit uninstall. I might have hit the wrong button there. Probably still had the cancel action and got to it a little too quickly. Okay, so there we go. Got what I want. Let's get out of here. Let's go look at another ship and see if, let's return that here first. Let's see if we can find something, another one with a reactor. I've been pretty fortunate in finding items with reactors on them, ships with reactors on them. I feel like I'm above average in finding those, but lately I'm below average of finding the pieces that I need to complete a reactor. So, you know what? I just remembered we talked about we'd go and see if we could just buy it. I'm going to do that. That's where we're going to go next. So we're going to set a course. We'll set a course for the Sly Pulper, get us in that direction. Once we're above the horizon of the asteroid for the base, we'll change our course to it. In the meantime, we need to undock. Request clearance to undock. You have clearance, and we're away. The creaking ship sound is, I don't know. There's a piece of me that thinks it's a little creepy sounding. I don't know. It's flexing and de-stressing in spots that it had been, connected. I guess it makes sense, but it's a little unsettling. That's okay. All right. We will plow forward here. Yeah, I should be well clear of any obstacles there. So let's go ahead and, let's get up to 100. Tends to be what I like to do. We'll get it to 30 minutes. Okay, and then we'll jump out here, and we are heading, in case we get hit by a meteor, we'll keep our suit on, and we're just going to auto task and try to repair stuff. So we have about a half hour before we're to that ship. So in about 20 minutes is when we'll look. Let's say 15 minutes. So 1320. One of the things I had talked about early in my first season of this series was, what do I do during the dead time? Do you guys just want silence, or should I share stories, or what? Well, I did have a story I thought I'd share, and it's not a big deal. It's relatively simple, but I had the opportunity to meet somebody in my career who really set the pace for what I did, and that's in my day job, of course. He is responsible for the success I've had in my career from day one of meeting him. He was just a fantastic guy, and he led a really interesting life. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of months ago. His name was Tom, and Tom was just the best friend you could have. Genius, absolutely brilliant. He out of high school, he went to college for a year, and it just didn't click with him, and he joined the military. And he, tested out of the room for a bunch of things. And he ended up going into, I think, signals logistics, something like that. He basically learned foreign languages, and specifically Arabic, Farsi, and a couple of others. Spanish was one of them. And he would interpret codes that were getting found. So he basically was a cryptologist cryptographer in a manner. And he was, we're past our time here. I was going to slow down well before this. Anyway, Tom was very heavily involved in that. And he got involved in computers. He'd always been tight with computers, which explains how he was so helpful in my career, right? But what it comes down to is Tom, while he was working with the military, he came up with some ways to track communications amongst, well, we'll just say amongst foreign entities. I guess it would be fair to say like terrorist cells and things like that. He came up with this idea on how to implement just a really basic construct of how you could determine if groups are communicating more frequently than normal is what it comes down to. And I feel comfortable talking about this because I actually saw it on the Discovery Channel. They had a I don't even remember what the series was. They had a show though, an episode of something where it talked about this software that is used by the military to track terrorists. And to make a long story short, it had turned out that it was what my buddy Tom had written for them like 10, 12 years earlier. And that was really cool to kind of see. It was something that where the rubber met the road, and it had to do with a lot of what we dealt with, which was a lot of security and computer programming and that. So that was kind of neat. And unfortunately, he's one of those lost stars. Nobody knows the greatness that man provided to the free world, I'll say. And that's just too bad. He was a key member of the Microsoft.NET architecture group. He was one of the folks that was heavily involved in that. He worked for Microsoft for about 10 years as well. And I met him at the end of that, and he and I worked for the same company for a bit. I guess for about 5-6 years, come to think of it. And he really pushed me in the right direction to learn the things I needed to learn to get good at what I needed to get good at. And he will be greatly missed, if by no one else, me, but he does have a family and he had a grandchild, and Tom will be well missed. So I just wanted to share that. I know it's a little silly, but we're just wasting time here as I overfly some bases in that. So thought I would share that. I've got a few others that we'll talk about in the future. I still want to come back to that court case that I had mentioned at the end of season 1 that I was involved in on a jury. Have a lot of thoughts on that, and yeah, it's worth a discussion, I guess. Anybody served on a jury? Anybody served on a big jury, like something that was not your typical, he dented my fender and so now I want $50 kind of thing? Curious if that's happened to anybody out there. I do not know what that sound was. And I'm not even sure if you guys heard that. That might have been something else on my computer kind of blowing up on me. Looking forward to coming back and seeing if we can figure out what that was. And we're there on range. Man, I slowed way down, didn't I? Not managing this trip very well. Maybe a little emotional over my buddy Tom. Tom suffered from Parkinson's, is what took him way before it should have. And that's obviously disappointing. He died very young, and that's just too bad. I didn't have a lot of opportunity to talk with him for the last several years of his life because he really couldn't, is what it came down to. He couldn't text. He couldn't really use a phone, not well anyway. And yeah, I regret not finding a way to reach out a little more to my buddy. All right. Incidentally, he would love games like this. Introduced me to Harn World. That's the one thing I wanted to bring up. He introduced me to Harn. If anybody out there plays Harn, give a shout out in the comments. If you know what Harn is, it's well, you're going to know now. It's a fantasy role-playing system, I guess, that has a lot of detail in it. Lots and lots and lots of detail. And that was one of the things that we did together. We played a lot of Harn. He was a very good game master or dungeon master, however you want to look at it. All right. Well, we're just about here. At least I didn't slam into the station this time. So despite the talking and getting all morose and all that, I think we're fine. Okay. Excellent. We're back. And now I wanted to, we'll go ahead and get our civvies on. Getting hungry, it looks like, so we might have to deal with that. Drop this one here. Boom. Those harness pants, I wanted to try those out. So I think what I had heard is they have more pockets than the cargo pants. 2 hip pockets, 2 cargo pockets, and clip points. Let's see what the cargo pants offer us. 2 hip pockets, 2 cargo pockets. Oh, no, that's not actually accurate, is it? We have to close this out and then reopen it. 2 cargo pockets, 2 hip pockets, no clip point. All right. Well, I think we will take that up. Then we'll, you know what? I can put the shoes on the feet. Chad, you can do that. We'll empty these pockets from the cargo pants, and I think we'll start using the harness pants. These should be in the backpack. Of course. Oh no, I did. I put them in here, didn't I? So yeah, there's those harness pants. We'll just swap those out. PDA in the hip pocket, water in the hip pocket, extra drill in the hip pocket. Shoes can go in the cargo pocket. We can even, okay, now I'm very confused. I have, that's something that I fail to account for when I do this kind of stuff is when you open a new container, the old container doesn't necessarily go away when you're talking about things like your pants. So let's try that again. We'll go hip pocket, cargo pocket. These we will, I think we'll, man, I don't have a lot of space. Well, I know where I can put them. I do know where I'll put them. So we have the basics there. I feel like I'm going to need to open these because I missed something, didn't I? I did not. Okay. One more quick look see. Yeah, okay, we're good. And we'll file the rest of this stuff away. Places that make sense. I'll put the pants in here. The CO2 filter will drop right here. Should be in good shape there. We have some conduit. Oh, let's eat real quick while I'm thinking about it. There we go. What sounds good today, folks? Prawn, chicken kebab, Szechuan beef. That's where we're going with pink peppercorn. Outstanding. We're going with Szechuan beef. Okay, and that is taken care of. We'll do some hydration. Maybe one more of those. Of course, I closed it because I'm an idiot. Try that one more time. And he should be well hydrated now. Okay, so I see we have this here. This is one we probably can sell. I don't want to get too sale crazy though. I don't want to accidentally get rid of something that I meant to hang on to. So we will, yeah, we'll be a little careful about that. Maybe we don't bother selling anything right now until we get our other ship built out a little more. Okay, so I wanted to check and see if there were parts for sale that we can use. So let's go down to the black market first. Visit our buddy down there. Mr. Espinoza. Jonah. Couldn't think of his first name. Okay, we're going to offer to trade. He has the fusion reactors. He's only got 3 of them, though. We need 4. Well, we're going to go ahead and grab those. So I am going to see if there's anything he's buying that's in my cargo hold just to free up some space. I think we can sell that laser capacitor. That was one of the things that was... Ooh, we have a trashed heater. I guess we didn't fix all that much. Let's go ahead and sell the laser capacitor. I'm pretty sure I have one in the other room. What else? We're good there. Nope, I think we'll just go with that. So we'll accept that. Mostly I'm just trying to free up some space so when I buy these things, I don't get an error. So we'll accept that. Looks like we're good. They're not sitting right here. I always love when I don't screw that up. So I'd mentioned I was having trouble hiring somebody. There's Andrella here, who is a friend, but she's not interested in working for us. Michael is a bartender. Don't think he has the skills we want. I've never even thought about, can you hire the black market guy? I think that could be a bad move, particularly since I have a pretty good reputation for killing off my crew. I didn't see who that was. I'm assuming it's the guy that's on the other floor that also won't join me. He's too busy working. His name escapes me right now. I'm better with names in real life, it turns out. So, you know what? This is somebody I haven't talked to in a while. We are acquaintances. Let's see what he's thinking. Hire his crew. He took off running. He ran for the hills. He knows my reputation. Oh, he's come back to talk. He agreed to negotiate. Look at that. I wasn't expecting that. So he wants 63,000 in death pay and 250 in salary. Well, we're not paying that in death pay. Death pay is going to come way down. We'll pay 20,000 in death pay. I do not believe there's a way to like type it in or anything like that, folks. You got to kind of work with the numbers. If you want to give an exact particular, well, you can't give an exact particular amount. We can increase it and decrease it in blocks of 5,000. It will come out of our bank account right away. It's like escrow, I guess. It goes and sits there. So we'll do 23,000. I think that's fine. I am willing to pay him more though to give him some incentive to come work for me. Oops, and I think I just hit subtract. Awesome, because it moved. Yep. And I'm going to go up to 400. Reassure with logic. Keeps moving further down. Yeah, we'll go 400. I think he's going to take that signing bonus. We can give him a little signing bonus too. I don't really have a problem with that. We should make a ton of money on this. I mean, okay, even if we accidentally kill him off, which, let's be honest, is a greater than zero chance, we still should make tons of money on this flip. So I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and offer that as the job. He accepted. Look at that. I don't know how to say his name. We're going to call him Emma or her. Can you rename folks? I can't remember. Part of me thinks maybe you can. Click on them. No, don't think so. It's probably not a good idea if I'm thinking it through. Okay, so they have a schedule set up where we are at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Good. They are just starting work. Liking that. That's good for us. I'm realizing I don't know how long I'm going to be out this next time, and our ticket is only good for about 3 more hours, I think. 3 to 5 more hours. There's a good chance we'll be gone longer than that. So we're going to replace that. I'm going to sell my current ticket. Come on. There you go. It should be, no, I put it in the pants, didn't I? Nope, I put it in the backpack. I'm almost sure now. There it is, top line. Look at that. Hey, wow, that's a little weird. So I bought it for $5,000 and I can sell it for $5,100. I'm thinking that's not completely kosher, but we're going to do that. Okay, and exit, and then buy another one. And then just for fun, let's trade and see if we can sell it for more than we bought it for. And we can. Okay, I'm not okay with that. I might have to fill out a bug report on that, folks. What are your thoughts? That's kind of gaming the system in a little different way, isn't it? Not on board with that. So we're gonna hang on to this ticket. Now, I'm totally okay with going back and selling the ticket. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to sit here and farm them. I can do 100 of them right now and make 10,000 credits. Not going to do that. Okay, well, I lost track of my coworker here, but I think what we'll do, we did get a bunch of these. Oh, let's go see if we can have any more of those at the scrap desk. We just need one more, and then we should be able to build out our reactor. Oh my goodness, there's one more. We're going to buy that. Now who's cooking with gas? I had to say it. I read that yesterday and I hadn't seen that phrase in so long. I know I mentioned it in the previous video, not in this one, but yeah, I'm reading a book and that phrase popped up and I'm like, wow, that has been a while. So, okay, let's see. So we bought that. So we should now have 4 of those total. Here's 1 and there's probably 3 here. Nope, there's 2. Did I only buy 1? 3, 4. Okay, good. Got them all. We will want to come to the ship and repair stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start that process. I'm going to find my new worker, and here he is, or she. I don't think it really matters. It didn't take control of them, though. There we go. And we're going to bring them to the ship. And we're going to do some planning, and we will figure out where we want to go next in the next episode. I really appreciate you following along. Thanks for watching. If you haven't joined my channel with a subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It does help us out when you do that, but no obligation. I do try to provide reasonably entertaining content on things like Ostranauts and other games that I am interested in. I was telling my wife today, I have 5 games I want to be doing videos on, and I'm actively doing 2 and then like 2 games, and then I'm doing like 1 video for a 3rd game every week, and I feel really silly about that, but it's one I really enjoy and I relax with. So not unlike Ostranauts, but it's just a different take, different part of the brain getting used, less problem solving, more just mundane stuff, and sometimes you need that. Like I said, though, thank you for joining. Would love it if you subscribe and like the video. No obligation, and otherwise, don't hesitate to comment. I will continue to look at them, at least for now, and try to, help out where I can. And honestly, don't mind idea generators. So feel free to make any suggestions you like. Again, thank you. And until next time, fair travels.